our lighting. I'm a girl.
We just need to wake up. Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good
Welcome to the Bridge Live. I'm Gavin.
And Elena here.
It is cold outside, and I'm not happy.
I'm not either. I had 3 sweaters and maybe 2 scarves.
Yeah, I don't have a
whole
lot of
any warm stuff.
I'm like you. I don't have a lot of winter clothes, so it looks like I wear the same thing every week. But it's I've got
get me to summer and I'll have plenty of stuff, right? So
yeah, it's we don't do winter here in Texas. So
and when you go out to the store to buy something, it's a thin material because it's Texas. So you have to order online, and then the prices just get higher and higher.
Like this, I bought this a couple years ago. I should have bought a whole bunch of them. They had a whole bunch of different thermals. This is the warmest thing. I wear this all the time when it's cold because it's just so warm. Because I don't really like jackets.
Yeah.
So I should have just bought a whole bunch of these.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Bridge Live. We have some fun with you guys this week. First, our Sing Your Valentine contest is going on. And we were doing promos for it, and she doesn't know how to just sing off of the cuff. We learned that yesterday.
I just okay, so when it's in the middle of a sentence, I have to sing with the last 2 words. That's what gets me. Either I'll sing the whole thing or won't sing at all. But I was it was comical, to say the least.
So later this week, you'll see a sample of some video from just her, how she wants to do it. I'm going to do one later this week. We'll see if we can maybe get Dave to grunt one out. That's probably all we're going to get. Because, yeah, we want to give away this $800 to Slindermana and South Padre. And don't forget, next week you can call into the radio. We're going to record you singing and put a still image with it so people can vote on who sung the best. So there's that. Next week on Monday at 3 p.m., Moneywise Live starts. It's a live call-in show. I've been listening to it over the satellite feed during the days, and I like the show. These guys seem pretty knowledgeable. Some people call it with some very questionable questions. Honestly, do you not know what the internet is? But yes, it's going to be a great show. You guys are going to like it. You can call in with all your financial questions, how do I deal with my IRA? What's a 401k? Should I be tithing on this? Should I be tithing on they're really knowledgeable. Plus a surprise announcement. This Saturday we're starting a new show at 12:30. It's another Christian financial show. I don't know what it's called yet, but it's starting this Saturday at 12:30. So it's exciting. Which you can listen to that right before you start hearing us live. Where are we going to be at?
We're going to be at the Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa out in Leander. So we're really excited. Love Talk's going to be there, so you'll be able to see all the Love Talk ladies, and then we'll
all
be
there.
All
of them, because they're all here. Kathy's in town.
So we're really excited to have Kathy with us because we haven't seen her in a while. So we're excited, and then we'll be there. So
we'll be there. We'll do some live videos. And
freebies.
We're going to do Love Talk live from 2 to 3. So you'll be able to watch it and hear it live.
And you get to meet them, which is even more fun. And you get to come see us. So
yeah.
I always think that we're a good price package.
I always wonder what people think about when you just hear these people on the radio nonstop. How do you think it is to be Carrie is really tall. She's a basketball coach. Yeah. Evelyn is just been
the cutest
everywhere.
Oh my gosh. She's always dressed to the nines. You'll love her.
And Kathy is a bundle of energy. I wonder how people perceive them if they don't go look at pictures of them. When you come and see them and see Carrie's larger than life, Kathy's let's go. Everyone's yes, hi. It's going to be pretty fun. So we'll be broadcasting live from 1 to 2 during our commercial breaks. You'll hear us, and then from 2 to 3 live for. What's the show? Love Talk. I went completely blank there. It's been some fun. We've been working on a lot of things here, just getting everything kind of revised. But today we wanted to talk about. I didn't really think about this because I came to Elena yesterday because we didn't know we were going to talk about this week yet. So I watched this documentary series on Netflix called 3 Wives, 1 Husband. And it's following this little remote cult of polygamists in Utah on Thunder Rock Ranch, I think is what it's called, because there's this giant rock and they blast holes in it and they build houses. And they have this whole little community. They're not the cult ones because I love the show called Escaping Polygamy, which deals with the 2 big fundamentalist cults. They get people out of them. They're not involved with those 2. They're kind of normal. But they're not, they still think the apocalypse is coming, and they're trying to be self-sufficient. Yeah, so anyways, The thing that astounded me the most is the women are so unhappy for the most part, but they don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So when your faith becomes toxic, should you still be involved with it? Like, I know it's not just polygamist. I know there's other religions, because the world is full of religions and different beliefs, and not all of it's good. So if you were involved in a toxic, let's say you're in this weird sect of Christianity where they're like, who are the ones that beat themselves if they do something wrong?
Yeah.
It was in that movie Angels and Demons. There's like some extreme like Catholic things. Would you still do it?
I guess it like, I feel like some people are like blind towards it probably. Like I don't think everyone realizes like maybe they're being like their whole thing is being toxic. Like I don't think a lot of people like probably see that. If it were brought to my attention, if I did see it, I mean I'd definitely, if it were that kind of scenario, like not where I am in my faith right now, but in that scenario I'd probably be like, oh yeah, like this isn't like working. Like how can this be a real thing if it can be this toxic? Like I don't think anything.
See, and I wonder about that because like these women, they want more out of their relationship than what they get. But they just kind of wash it away like, oh, that's not worth it. I'm supposed to be part of this family that pops out 19. Like, how do you afford 19 children, first of all?
TV shows.
I'm just like, it's insane. And like, when I watch the show called Escaping Polygamy, anytime someone wants to leave, they lose everything.
That's the thing, because I feel like once you leave, like, you're shunned and you're like...
Oh, yeah, they lose everything.
So that's probably why they stay in it and they're unhappy. They're like, okay, well, at least I'm like being loved by these people as if I were to leave. Like, obviously they're not going to love me, and if other people find out that I've been in this past life, like, they won't love me, and it's probably more of love that they want, and so then they're afraid that they won't find that if they leave.
Well, when it comes to the Escaping Polygamy show, these people are allowed contact with the outside world.
Right.
They're kept in like this bubble. So when they leave, but this other one I watched, they're very much in the outside world. So you can see there's a better way to be, but you're so stuck in your ways that you don't understand. And like, I just had this great bit of pity for these women because like, they're constantly pregnant and they're not getting the attention they need 100% of the time. They have to share everything, and it's just like... And also what I don't understand in polygamy, if you're supposed to be married to all these people, why do you keep them all separate? They all live in different little houses instead of all in one?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess to have some sort of separation so that they have their own space because it's so many people. Like, I have no idea. And, like, I can't wrap my head around that.
But I imagine there's other religions out there where they just do it because it's what they know, it's what they're comfortable with, but they're not getting anything out of it. And I don't think you should be practicing a religion where you're not getting anything out of it. Otherwise, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Like, for real, if you were so miserable and you're so unhappy, what kind of relationship are you having?
Yeah.
It's all about brotherhood and relationships and, community. It's not about punishing yourself. It's not about suffering. It's not about fear. But when your faith becomes so toxic, you're right. Maybe they're afraid to leave.
I think especially like those people, like they've been in so long, they have kids there, they've like obviously had relationships with the other wives and whatever, and like they were married, which also just boggles my mind, the whole thing. But they're probably so used to that, and once you're in it, you're like, how do I leave? Like, what do I do after? Especially since they really don't know what goes on in the outside world, like you were saying. Like, that's a whole culture shock in itself. So even if they were to leave, I feel like it'd be such a culture shock to them that they'd be like, no, I'm going to go back. This is too much. And I'm overwhelmed. And they would go back to their norm.
It's funny because on Escaping Polygamy, only a small handful went back. But everyone else stayed away because they realized that it was a much better way.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. Like, I'm using polygamy as an example because I watch these shows and I'm exposed to it. I'm not exposed as much to the other ones, but I know they're out there. But it's just bizarre that all these religions are so different, but they all kind of have a core theme, but some of them don't do it right. Like the coming apocalypse. I don't quite understand their fascination with that. Or, Mormonism is basically the further adventures of Jesus Christ with the Native Americans. Like, I don't understand that one at all. You have a book. I mean, seriously, it tells you everything you need to know right there. You don't just make it up as you go, but all religions do that. But here's my other question for you: is we're living in a time where everyone's screaming about freedom of religion. Why don't the polygamists have their freedom of religion? Because in this documentary series, they faced the bill that got struck in Utah that was going to ban polygamy. But if it's their religious faith, why are they not allowed to practice it?
Right.
I mean, everyone talks about religious tolerance, religious freedom, but it's only for things to make you comfortable. I don't get polygamy. I don't think that's fun, but it's whatever rocks their boat, I'm just like, whatever. They should be free to do that. But not if you're miserable. I'm sorry. If you are not happy in your religion, find something else. Basis way I can put it.
Yeah.
Like, I was talking about the guy who beat himself because in Angels and Demons, the Catholic, super spy or whatever, they do retribution.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the Catholics sometimes used to have some kind of extreme things.
Yeah.
I went to a very heavily Baptist church as a kid, and they had some extreme things I realized even as a kid. Like the women weren't allowed to wear pants.
That's real traditional.
Yeah, that's the kind of church I went to as a kid. Who cares what you wear? It makes no sense. Like, if you were told you couldn't wear pants, what would you do?
I would wear pants.
Elena the Rebel. So, yeah, that's where we're at today. Let us know what your thoughts are on what happens when your faith becomes toxic. You were really quiet this episode.
Well, it's because I'm, pondering a lot of things. I guess it's just, it's hard for me to wrap my head around because I haven't been around or, exposed, in depth to a lot of things like polygamy. I don't know anyone who, lives that kind of lifestyle. So it's hard for me to, really, I guess, not relate, but, try to see from their perspective because I really don't know, in depth what all they believe within that. So it's hard for me to kind of have a huge opinion on it than just,
So here's what I thought was a little weird. So one of the brothers of the polygamous group dies. He has his 2 wives, and he wants his brother to marry them, but they're like, it's the wife's choice. Well, one of the wives decides no, so she starts seeing this Christian guy. Okay, so first you go outside.
That was my question. I was how do they meet if they're sheltered?
Online. They're
allowed to go online?
This group isn't sheltered.
Oh, okay.
This group that lives in the rock is not sheltered. They have phones. They have emojis. They're not sheltered. So she met some Christian guy and brought him out, and he was mortified because he realized, in her mind, she will forever be spiritually connected to her dead husband. Doesn't matter what she does. So she was trying to build a relationship with a guy for what? Because she still believed that she was spiritually, even in heaven, she was going to be with her husband. But trying to create a relationship with this other guy. So, of course, it didn't last.
Yeah.
They both decided to not marry the brother and do their own thing. But that's just weird. Why would you knowingly go try to start a relationship with someone knowing you're not going to love them?
Yeah. I guess it just kind of makes you think that they are searching for more, and they know that that's not going to
That's
fill
exactly what I
whatever void is in us. So they're trying to fill it. They're like, okay, well, I thought it was my husband who's passed on, but obviously I still have this void constantly in them. So they're trying to fill it. Well, maybe he wasn't there. Maybe I could find someone else. But obviously that's not going to fill it, and only Christ.
And
can
so
fill it.
It's kind of sad that it took her husband dying for them to be able to fill that void because they were maybe trapped. I don't know the whole story. But it's on Netflix. You can watch it. It's great. If you want to watch Escaping Polygamy, it's on Lifetime. I have it on demand because I have Sling TV. It's a great show. It is a great show because these women escape polygamy in their teens.
Yeah.
They escape the cult. So there's the 2 big cults in Utah that these women contact them to get out. So they're trying to help sneak them out. They got security and everything. It's crazy. You should watch this show. It is amazing.
I'm nervous to watch it.
But yeah, so that's been it for us today on The Bridge, Austin. We need to do the Dave Report. Dave did an interview with Max McLean yesterday, and you can hear it on the radio today, tomorrow. What's the day after tomorrow? Thursday. No, yeah. We're on Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Plus, you can go to our podcast page and listen to the whole thing on our Conversation podcast.
Yeah.
This is what the cold weather does to
But
us.
Max McLean it's also on the events page at the Bridge Austin. He is putting on this play about C.S. Lewis's life, and it's supposed to be really, really good. I've never seen it, but it sounds really, really good. So
we talked about
there's
that.
a clip on there too, so you can kind of see like a brief overview of what it's about.
It's lots of fun. So you can always find events on our webpage. You can find the things Dave does when he interviews people on our webpage. I think you have some other interview coming up. Did you guys schedule something?
Yes, with Habitat for Humanity. They have a couple of faith builds coming up that you can get involved with. So, be on the lookout for that.
That's not toxic faith, you know, when you're actually doing good work and you're happy doing it, and you're not sitting at home making... It was dinner. They made a bunch of sandwiches.
Probably going to fall into that lifestyle, too, because that's just all they've ever known, probably.
We're not even going to get into this any further. Let us know in the
cycle.
comments what you think, and we'll be back with you guys next week, Tuesday.
If you have any topics you want us to cover, we're always open for suggestions.
Hit us up on the comments. Hit us up on Facebook. You know where to find us. So thanks for watching The Bridge Live. I'm Gavin.
I'm Elena, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, so I have to wait before I end this because usually